There was a time in F1 when every car was a racing lap down to the leader, up to third. Yes, you heard that right. We are talking about the fastest car in F1 history, the Mercedes W11. Mercedes has been a consistent powerhouse, reigning their dominance since the introduction of the turbo hybrid era. So much in the fact that the rival teams were just copying their car from last year and still ending up with significant gains compared to the rest. What sets the stage for Mercedes W11 in 2020 is not only its continued greatness, but also the extraordinary progress that they have made in further improving their performance. Typically, as we approach the end of a particular set of regulations in Formula 1, the development curves tend to plateau. However, Mercedes defied the odds with this car, not only maintaining their dominance, but also making significant improvements. The 2020 season saw the team push the boundaries, even when they were appeared to have reached their maximum. And as we discover more about the Mercedes W11, it becomes evident that this is not just any Formula 1 car. It is the fastest car in F1 history, shattering records and redefining what can be accomplished on the track. Before delving into the tale of W11, let's take a moment to reflect on its older sibling, the W10, a formidable machine in its own right. The W10 clinched both championships and secured an impressive 15 wins in the process. However, underneath all those stats, Mercedes' 2019 car had harbored a few issues that, if left unaddressed in the upcoming season, could jeopardize their reign at the top. The most significant challenge was overheating, a flaw glaringly exposed during the Austrian Grand Prix. The team, finishing 3rd and 5th, struggled to unleash the car's full potential due to engine inefficiencies exposed by the excessive heat. Another hurdle for Mercedes was the difficulty in getting the tyres into the optimal working window. While the car's gentle treatment of its tyres boded well over the course of a race, it provided hindrance in qualifying. In the 2019 season, Mercedes conceded a staggering 11 pole positions, 2 to Red Bull and 9 to Ferrari. These dual changes, coupled with the overheating issue, confined the Mercedes W10 to operate within a narrow performance window throughout the 2019 season. As we explore the evolution of W11, it becomes evident that Mercedes had to engineer solution to these setbacks for the sake of maintaining their lead at the top. Now we are into the 2020 season. Mercedes have turned up to the new year with some changes on its car compared to 2019. Let's dissect those intricacies. Beginning with the front suspension. Mercedes engineers performed an extensive reconfiguration, the inner workings of the wheels as well as the integration with the suspension, carefully modified, bringing in new aerodynamic possibilities for the car's front end. Mercedes continued its pursuit of aerodynamic advantages by modifying the side pod inlets and surrounding parts. Notably, the side impact structure received an alternative location, moving from its previous top position of 3 years to a lower stance, a change already adopted by some teams on the grid at the time. Delving deeper into the aerodynamics, the team's technical director James Allison described the rear suspension arrangement as adventurous, a daring rethink of the lower wishbone shape intended to unleash extra aerodynamic possibilities, offering tantalizing prospect of more downforce. Despite the associated rings of this ambitious concept, ultimately proved successful for the team. Under the surface, Mercedes addressed a persistent issue from the 2019 season, overheating. A significant attempt was made to improve engine efficiency, particularly in dealing with high temperatures, which had hampered its predecessor. This not only reduced the possibility of reliability concerns, but also helped to increase aerodynamic efficiency by eliminating the need for additional vents to cool the car under certain conditions. The engine's ability to perform properly in higher temperatures allowed the production of a thinner, more compact car than the previous year. Fortunately, the tyre specifications for the 2020 season remained unchanged from 2019, giving Mercedes the luxury of time to understand the complexities of the tyre behavior. Enter the brilliant dual-axis steering, or widely known as the DAS system, a solution developed out of innovation to address their problems. During pre-season testing, eagle-eyed observers noticed Mercedes drivers engaging in an unusual movement with their steering wheels. The dash system lets drivers adjust the toe angle of the front tires by pushing and pulling on the steering wheel. Reducing toe angle on the straights turned out to be a game changer. A lower toe angle caused less tire scrub, which lowered the generation of heat. Long-term consistency in tire performance was made possible by the tire's ability to adjust their heat cycle. This advanced system did more than just manage tires. It also served as a drag reduction system, adding an unexpected aerodynamic gain as they were able to change the angle of the tires. The combined effect of these multiple advancements, smoothly functioning in harmony, transformed the Mercedes W11 into a dangerous competitor, causing a concern among its competitors. Each transformation and each invention contributed to the methodical creation of a car that would go down in history, not only as a champion, but also the quickest F1 car the world has ever seen. Contrary to the popular belief, the Mercedes W11 did not come without flaws. As the pre-season testing took place, they developed worries about engine reliability. When Mercedes eventually arrived in Australia for what was meant to be the season opener, they acknowledged that the engine issues had not been fixed. Luckily, the global lockdown, combined with the cancellation of the first race, gave them a much-needed time to address these concerns. By the time they arrived in Austria for the delayed first race in July, the previously looming reliability difficulties had been largely resolved. Despite successfully resolving their majority of the tire-related issues, Silverstone proved to be a hard weekend for the team. In the first race, both cars had tire blowouts, which resulted in an extremely close finish. Furthermore, the problems with tire management in the second race led to Red Bull's Max Verstappen capturing the win. Analyzing races that Mercedes did not win that season gives interesting details to the story. The Italian Grand Prix, where they qualified 1-2, demonstrating their unquestionable speed. However, in a chaotic race made worse by Lewis Hamilton's 10-second stop-go penalty, the win slipped through their fingers, clearing the door for Pierre Gasly's first ever Formula 1 victory. The Sakir Grand Prix saw a similar story of mayhem when Lewis Hamilton tested positive, ruling him out of the weekend. George Russell, who had replaced Hamilton, appeared to be on track for the victory. However, the team's strategic errors gave Sergio Perez the race win. The Abu Dhabi Grand Prix provided a unique twist. Despite Lewis Hamilton's return from illness and not being at his peak performance, Red Bull's Max Verstappen dominated the weekend, winning both pole positions and the race. It's worth noting that Mercedes experienced losing twice due to car performance across a 17-round calendar, demonstrating their remarkable strength and overall superiority. The W11 not only acts as a symbol of speed, but it also holds multiple track records, some of which might stay unbroken for the foreseeable future. In the world of current F1, where the cars fall seconds behind the W11, the prospect of 2026 regulation changes signaling a possible slowdown of cars. Beyond the realm of records, the Mercedes W11 was instrumental in cementing Lewis Hamilton's place in F1 history with his 7th World Championship. Hamilton now stands shoulder to shoulder with the legendary Michael Schumacher, who has also won the title 7 times. This accomplishment raises the W11 to a level of distinction that goes beyond its on-track performance. If you are lucky enough to see the W11 in action, on TV or in person, you have been given a unique gift. As we look ahead, the possibility of seeing a machine of such outstanding ability in the near future is increasingly unlikely. The W11, with its records and its titles, is more than just an F1 car. It's a temporary work of art that may not be replicated anytime soon.